what's next in OKC, and the difference between Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal today. SportsCenter after PTI on ESPN and the ESPN app. And we now welcome in NFL analyst Damien Woody, which means it is time to talk some football. Damien, what's good?
What's going on, Will? I'm glad you're in studio, man. You've been spending so much time in Texas. I thought you were scared to come debate me a little bit.
What do you mean, scared to debate you remote? You're the one in Bristol. Come on, big one.
Man, I know one thing. You better bring it because I'm coming, man. I'm coming.
You want to jump? Let's go.
All right, let's go. All right, Chargers running back Melvin Gordon has informed the team that unless that he receives a new contract, he will not report to training camp, and he is going to demand a trade, his agent Fletcher Smith told ESPN. Damien, should Melvin Gordon consider sitting out if he doesn't get a new deal?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I want to make this perfectly clear to all the viewers out there watching right now. Melvin Gordon is an elite back in the National Football League. You're talking about a guy who's since 2015, second in touches, third in scrimmage yards, third in total touchdown. This is a guy along the lines of LaDainian Tomlinson as far as carrying the load for the Los Angeles Chargers at the running back position. Okay? Now compare what his salary, what he's making to some of the other elite guys. Ezekiel Elliott, Todd Gurley, Le'Veon Bell. Those guys are making top-notch money, but Melvin Gordon is coming in at 28th as far as money is concerned. And I think part of the reason why he's opting to sit out is because this fifth-year option is hurting him. Okay, he's playing a position, the running back position. The team can hit him with the fifth-year option. He's not making as much as some of these other top guys. And then guess what? After this year, the team can also exercise to franchise tag him. All right? And we all know at the running back position, which is a devalued position in this league, you don't have much time to cash in. He's 26 years old. If he goes through what I just explained between the fifth-year option and the franchise tag, he's at 28 already. And what team would want to invest a long-term extension into a running back that's 28 years old? He has to strike. He has to strike right now while he's hot. And I absolutely agree with the move.
I think you're giving him bad advice. First, let's back into the contract, okay? Let's back into whether or not you just said he is without a doubt an elite running back in the NFL. Mm-hmm. Melvin Gordon is very good. Melvin Gordon is great. Melvin Gordon is not elite.
Excuse me? So
Damien, not everybody gets to be elite.
So what differentiates him from being elite? I'm not understanding you right now.
All right.
Okay, I'm not understanding.
All the things I just told you. This is first take. This is big boy stuff, right? We're not passing out participation medals. So we don't get to give the nomination of elite to 10 different dudes, right?
But I'm asking you to explain.
I'm going to tell you. And I'm going to tell you.
Elite?
I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
In my estimation, about 10% of the league gets to be elite in any given thing. In fact, it doesn't matter if it's football, if it's business, if it's musicians. I don't think you can go and start saying, I'm in the top 20% and call yourself elite. So I asked myself, is Melvin Gordon a top 3 running back in the NFL? And I don't think the answer is yes. I think Ezekiel Elliott is above him, and he's got 2 rushing titles in the last 3 years to show for it. I think Saquon Barkley, 1 year in, is more valuable and better than Melvin Gordon. And I also think, and this one I'll accept your argument, but I think Alvin Kamara is above Melvin Gordon. I think there's also an argument for Christian McCaffrey. Melvin Gordon comes in somewhere around 5th, 6th, 7th, as far as I'm concerned. That's not elite. That's great, Damien, but that's not elite.
Well, to your point, Damien, real quick, here's a little food for thought. Melvin Gordon, one of 4 running backs with over 5,000 scrimmage yards since 2015. Only Todd Gurley has had more touches than Gordon over the last 4 seasons.
And by the way, the only reason I didn't put Gurley in there, I just want to be clear about this, Damien. Why I didn't put Gurley in there is because of his injury.
I think the knee. But hey, listen. If you're Phillip Rivers, you want Melvin Gordon. You Los Angeles Chargers,
no doubt.
You need all hands on deck because you know why?
They're windows now.
Listen, you're fighting for a market cap in Los Angeles right now. Look at all the moves. Look at all the moves that are being made in Los Angeles. Los Angeles is the epicenter of sports right now between the 2 basketball teams. Then you got the Los Angeles Rams. Okay, you're fighting with the USC Trojans. You're the Los Angeles Chargers. You're at the lower tier of that. You can't afford to be having one of your top guys sitting out there.
Hear me now. Now let's talk about the contract.
Move into a stadium in 2020.
I'm with you. Let's talk about the contract now. I agree with you that Melvin Gordon has some leverage. The reason to differentiate, by the way, Damien, on whether or not he's elite or great is to answer the question of whether or not he should be paid like Todd Gurley, like Le'Veon Bell. By the way, Zeke makes $8 million. Those guys make $13, $14, $15 million a year. So what does Melvin Gordon get? What range is he in? And what I'm here to tell you is we're going to start doing math at some point, but Le'Veon Bell lost money. Sitting out that year, Damien, he lost money. So now you're advising, Melvin Gordon to sit out for a deal that may not be waiting for him. He'd be giving up $5.6 million, this fifth-year option, right? And I agree with you, by the way. Not just market. You got to fight for the L.A. market. The Chargers' window is now. Phillip Rivers, Keenan Allen, that defense. The window is now, so he has some power. But I don't think he has the power, Damien, to sit out, give up $5.6 million, come back a year later, and end up at $14 million. I don't think that's his story.
Listen, at a time when athletes are gaining more and more power or are exercising that power, I think if you look at Melvin Gordon and the position that he plays, this is the perfect time.
But running back is devalued. Again, you said it a minute ago. Running back is devalued.
If you're a running back, and this is where it hurts him, but this is why I say you need to sit out to exercise this now, is because, again, you have the fifth-year option and the team can franchise tag you. So when will the Chargers be able to come in and give him a nice extension? When he's 28 years old? Who's going to give a running back extension at 28?
If he made $5.6 million this year and he was franchised the year after that, he'd be looking at $20 million over 2 years, right? So can he hold out right now and sit out and make up that money, Damien? Can he get over $20 million guaranteed? And the answer may be yes, Todd Gurley did. But what I'm also worried about is the running back position's value. Damien, at some point, I do think there's going to be a correction. There's more and more teams saying, I'm right or wrong, I can replace you for younger, cheaper. Austin Eckler is sitting right there with the Chargers.
Well, would you consider him along the lines of Melvin Gordon? I wouldn't.
No,
he's not. He's not in the same area code.
But James Conner's not on the same level as Le'Veon Bell either, but the Steelers made that decision, didn't they?
They did. Did they make the playoffs last year?
No. Well, we'll see where they go this year.
Okay.
Well, the debate whether Gordon is elite continues. Melvin Gordon, the only player in the NFL with at least 12 touchdowns from scrimmage each of the last 3 seasons. Damien, as always, thank you so much.
Good stuff, man.
Yep.
All right, coming up next on First Take, James Harden and Russell Westbrook are back together again, but where do they rank among NBA duos? Keep it locked.